Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen. Today we've got a reading about a small little warning being ignored and that turning into a bigger issue for someone. And it could be because there's a willingness to just kind of ignore one's problems and walk away or hope things just go away on their own. In other words, a little bit of an avoidance, right? Let's see what else we get. We're going to call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Hello, hello, yoga. How are you doing? Happy Monday, everyone. If you're interested in a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. We're going to start off with the wild unknown. I don't know. I just kind of feel like the biggest issue is being willing to admit that there's something this person could do to like minimize things or like work out a resolution. Wow. Okay. So we have the Two of Wands in the reverse, the Daughter of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. Oops. The Emperor and the Five of Pentacles. Chariot in the reverse, Wheel of Fortune. So there's like an option that has yet to be considered. This could be an offer, maybe just a need to have a conversation. If this is not a transactional thing, then this is just saying maybe you just need to talk things through. Maybe there's just a quick apology that needs to happen. Maybe there's just a need to have a little bit of courage, even though you feel like it's, I don't know, not going to work out. The Five of Pentacles is making me feel like you don't think this person wants to talk to you, or you don't think you can resolve the situation. But without doing anything, it's not necessarily going to, I mean, the Wheel of Fortune in the upright is a good thing, but I feel like it's someone expecting everything to change without them doing any of the work. So it's like, in order for you to get that Wheel of Fortune, you do actually have to do something. There's a crossroads. This person may need to travel in order to get what it is that they want or resolve this. This person may need to just get out of their comfort zone. With the Ten of Cups in the reverse, it's like, maybe you need to visit this person on their grounds or on their terms, whatever it is. It's being willing to not necessarily shut everything down or have rigid approaches to how we could have a conversation or how we could, work out a truce. Hello, Paul. How are you doing? All right, let's go for... We're going to go with the Pulp Tarot. What else do we have? King of Wands. There's the Devil again. So you could have Capricorn in your chart or your person's chart. The Four of Cups. Wow. I don't really like that. This is trying to avoid a problem, but in kind of an aggressive way. Almost like threatening. Like, I'm sure you really want me to pay you that $20 back that I borrowed last Tuesday, but I'm actually, gonna get all angry about it and demand that you give me like another month or something. This is kind of a bummer. It's like somebody maybe loses their temper or makes a threat. Two of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Lovers in the reverse. It's like I was hoping you would be a little bit more understanding, but when it comes down to it, it seems like the only thing you care about is yourself. So that's not exactly a nice thing to feel. Um, hmm. I don't know. Doesn't seem very kind. Even though we have the Ace of Cups, it's the fact that we have the Lovers in the reverse after that. It's an unreturned kindness, right? You were polite to somebody you didn't know in the grocery store and they like stepped on your toe, didn't apologize. It's just kind of like the audacity, but not in capitalized letters. 9 of Cups in the reverse, 8 of Wands in the reverse, King of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, this person, I'm kind of struggling to understand because we have a resistance to considering other people, a resistance to communicating like clearly. This could be somebody who's quite comfortable with lying. Hello there, Khalil. How are you? And perhaps most people believe them. I think there is a willingness to just not really care about others and just focus on what they want. That's kind of rough. King of Swords, 5 of Swords in the reverse. So it kind of feels to me like we have someone like earnestly coming forward to have a chat, wanting to resolve things, and then being met with a very unkind response. You know, I don't care about your apology. I don't care what you think happened. I don't care if you think I owe you an apology. I'm not interested in making things better. So this is pretty harsh. This is like, I don't care. You can take that somewhere else. 10 of Swords. A sense of betrayal, or like that's the ending. This is the Earth and Bone Oracle. What else do we have? Number 38, the Pack, and number 31, the Conjurer. Inner work, community, deep connections, celebration, and soul tribe. And underneath Conjurer, it says higher self, subconscious, influencing, and creation. So realizing that maybe the person that you're trying to reconcile with is somebody that doesn't really understand things the way that you do. Trying to make things right, but being met with some difficulty or some outright refusal, right? So we could have kind of like okay, I need to reassess. Is this person actually someone I want to include in my inner circle? Is this someone who I actually want to be vulnerable with, right? Hello, Illuminati. Hello, Elise. This is the Morgan Greer. That was interesting. I wasn't trying to take any cards yet, but the sun just fell out. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, 10 of Wands in the reverse. I think we have confirmation and like a final judgment. This person that I was trying to, reconnect with or find a way to bury the hatchet, leave things in the past, they showed me that really they're just in it for themselves. They're just thinking about themselves. They don't care about what is going on for me. So it may initially be overwhelming, the lack of emotional maturity or availability, whatever it is you're looking for. This person doesn't feel like offering it. Hello, Frederick. How are you? So it's kind of like ripping off a Band-Aid. It's not going to be pleasant initially, but I think it also helps to accept some sense of closure or moving on. I did what I could. You don't want to do right by me, then, that's, I guess, your prerogative. Page of Swords in the reverse, which we had at the beginning, and the Hanged Man. Another Lovers in the reverse. So at this point, I just feel like I have to say, I don't know if this is your family member or a love interest, but you don't deserve to be made to feel this way. You're going out of your way to do something kind or to try to establish a connection, show somebody that it's safe or it's okay. You want to have a conversation, and they're being disrespectful or hurtful, and you deserve respect. I think that even though it's painful to be treated this way, it helps you to realize that you're not going to continue to seek out something from somebody who is going to treat you that way, because you do deserve better than that, especially when you're offering kindness and, then you get met with somebody who's just kind of being a jerk. Five of Swords, 10 of Swords in the reverse, and Judgment in the reverse. And I feel your reaction is like, okay, fine. If that's how you feel, I will quit trying. I will quit trying to mend the friendship or quit trying to see you or hang out with you or be a part of your life. Whatever kind of relationship this is, it's just kind of like, okay, have it your way. You don't have any interest, then I won't either. And I think that really gets under this person's skin. It's like, oh, but wait, where are you going? It's weird. Like they want you to be pursuing things getting better, but they also have, and I would call it manipulative. It's like they want to keep you trying to make things work, but not work it out. Oh, that's a great use of my time. Why do I feel like a hamster in a little hamster wheel? This is, I think, toxic. A toxic approach to a relationship because they aren't actually looking for a resolution. Hello, daughter of Saturn. How are you doing? What's up, Carrie? That doesn't sound like fun. So just kind of reviewing how this person makes you feel, acknowledging that it's not healthy and the way they react is, I would say, explosive or just argumentative, right? 6 of Swords in the reverse, 10 of Cups in the reverse, which we've gotten both of those as well. This is if you want it to be difficult or impossible, if you didn't want me to keep trying, then what if I just let you win that one? What if I literally just walk away? And then what? Oh, now you're gonna get all weird? Now you're gonna get all upset? Help me understand. This is the Path of Shadows. What else do we have? We have the Starry Observation and Fear of Failure. So now we have a little bit more understanding as to why that Devil card was coming out. With the Starry, have you guys heard me say this? I think I did it once. I don't know why. I think it was when I was hanging out with a couple of my friends in Woodbury, Minnesota. We were pretending to talk real fancy. We were attempting to sound elegant. And I don't know, maybe we were playing Clue or something. I don't know, but we had to say it. Observatory. So that's how I say it, okay, you guys? You're just going to have to deal with it. On this channel, I say some words weird because I feel like it. It's a story observatory. A little piece in a cosmic puzzle. Universe only reveals its secret if you dare to dance in the starry dazzle. So we have someone trying to figure out a person that they feel doesn't make sense. So it could be very inconsistent behavior. One day you're telling me I'm the most important person in your life, or you really are appreciative that you met me, or you're so glad that you're my sibling, your parent, or whatever. And then the next day it's like, where'd you go? Now I don't know who you are, what you're doing, what you really meant. And it's because we have a fear of failure. So an attempt to be there or be involved, and then that maybe a challenging approach to self-worth or how you see yourself gets on their mind and makes them question whether or not they could actually make something like that work, and that makes them run away. The fall keeps repeating in my mind, the eternal obstacle between me and the next step. So they've had experiences in the past where they were ambitious, or they felt like they were going to make something work. They felt like everything was going to go their way, and then they messed it up. And it's difficult for them to picture anything other than that. But to that, I would say nobody is ever the same throughout their entire life. There's always going to be little changes. Will you have the same sense of humor? Who knows? There are going to be things that stay, but like life itself challenges you to change. So look around you. You'll see that there are people that have gone through peaks and valleys and decided to become better people, or decided to kind of resign to settling. But this person's smarter than maybe they give themselves credit for. And as a result, I think they start to realize they actually do have a chance at making this work. They need to get out of their head. We might see the Eight of Swords come out because this person is an overthinker. I could pull a few cards from the overthinker later on as well. This is the Santa Muerte. Hello, Miss G. How are you doing? What else do we have? Queen of Swords, Nine of Cups. I mean, you might not like me if you're cross-watching, but I don't think a lot of people like this person. There are some people who are nervous around this person, or are intimidated by this person, maybe try to appease this person. But this is somebody who can lose their temper in a moment's notice, and it makes for kind of tenuous or uncomfortable relationships or connections. I think they're seen as kind of moody. We have the Fool in the reverse. And the Emperor. Willing to make changes in their decisions on a whim. And I gotta say, for some of you, this person is seen as angry or violent. They have lost their temper in a few situations where others have noticed. So this is definitely someone who's more comfortable feeling anger than love. Might make them feel more like they're in control. We have the Lovers in the upright, Eight of Cups in the reverse, and the Five of Cups. I would argue that this is an opportunity for multiple people to think about how far they've come, what they're capable of, challenge themselves to be more authentic. And I'm going to tell you right now, whoever feels like they need to walk away from this person's going to walk back around to you. This person's going to come back. It might take 3 weeks, it might take 3 decades. This person, I don't think it'll really take 3 decades, but they do feel like they're going to have to do something different. What motivates this change in their opinion? They start to worry about how maybe they're going to be seen by people after they pass away, how they're going to feel about this situation in 20 years when they look back on it. Hanged Man, 3 of Wands in the reverse, and the World. This is like I got real close to just completely forgetting, putting this behind me, or maybe I convinced myself I was really close to being able to forget this and put this behind me. But at the end of the day, they weren't able to. Can you not hear Miley Cyrus when you look at this card? Yes, exactly, Kayla. Hello, Bobby. How are you doing? This is regret motivating someone to seriously reconsider their actions, how they've treated this family member or love interest or friend. Maybe I really need to think about it. And I think it's because you have shown them nothing but kindness. Like I have made every effort. And I'm not saying you're perfect, but I think this person's realizing they were just genuinely trying to be nice, and I stole their milkshake or their Snickers bar. It's not very nice, man. So we have the Empress in the reverse, clarifying the Emperor. Somebody who has felt empowered or bigger, right? Better, if they can push other people around, is now regretting doing that to you. It's like sometimes when you have people that are used to making the decisions or being the leader in the room, being able to maybe be a little intimidating, there are moments where they get challenged. You know, do you want to maybe take a different approach? Do you want to be seen differently? Is that what you're going for? And this is somebody who has, I think, a pretty tough exterior, realizing that they have been heartless or difficult, rude even, to someone that was actually like they had good intentions. We have the Page of Wands and the Ace of Cups. All right, so here's what happens. This person has a change of heart, and it may be too late for some of the individuals that have been dealing with this Queen of Swords, King of Wands energy. You may say, oh, that's great. I was hoping you were going to apologize to my face when I made the effort to come see you 3 years ago, or 6 months ago, or 17 days ago, whatever it is. This is kind of coming through with the dark background as like, I'm already mad at you. So I appreciate that at least you want to apologize, but I feel like it took a real long time. So for some of you, this message is try to be speaking with grace, or in a way that you're not going to regret what you say to this person. Sometimes people need to hear that you are disappointed. Sometimes people need to know that they are not the only ones that get angry. But I would also argue that when somebody trades primarily in anger, your anger is going to seem relatively trivial to them. Sometimes the loudest voice in the room pauses to listen to a whisper. Have you ever done that thing where you like start to talk quieter around somebody who is not quiet and they start to match? Like if you whisper around someone and they start whispering with you too. Like, oh my God, did you figure out there was a spy in this room before I did? I got to start whispering too. Are we in danger? Sometimes you need to take the opposite approach when somebody is real used to the language of rage. 7 of Pentacles. Hermit in the reverse. So when the Hermit in the reverse was diving over there, I heard you need to think about what you've done. There could be, I don't know, like an older sibling or another family member, or maybe even just a really, impactful rom-com or situation comedy. This person starts to think about how they handled it. And that would be poorly. Hermit in the reverse. I know I was a jerk. It was my fault. Now, this person, I would be surprised if they are super comfortable with accountability and taking ownership over being the reason a conversation escalated. I would be surprised. Would you? Yeah. Hello, key controller. Ace of Cups in the reverse. I know, looking back on that situation, I made it worse than it needed to be. I was a little bit of a bitch. It's true. They may claim they spoke without thinking. They let things get out of hand. But what they're also going to say is that you remained pretty calm. Check out that Queen of Pentacles. She's just like, oh, yeah, you're talking. I expected this. Some of the moments where I have felt most powerful is when people expect me to lose my temper and I don't, or when people expect me to cry and I don't, or when people expect me to be petty and I'm not. You may expect common behavior from a lot of people, but you'll challenge people's preconceptions about you when you don't fall into their traps where they're trying to get you to act like in an immature or predictable manner. I know you wanted to insult me just so that I would react. I'm not going to give you that like so easily. I have standards for my own behavior. I'm not going to stoop to your level. We have Temperance in the reverse and the 4 of Swords. This is like someone going la 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 la. Oh, you're mad again. But I just don't really care. Like, you're mad. Oh, okay. Now, there's a line, though. It's not, I'm going to be disrespectful. It's, I'm just not really impressed by your anger anymore because that's what you resort to. Or I'm not going to keep coming and begging for you to associate with me or talk to me or respond to me or, be involved with your kids' lives, whatever this is. It's if you choose to be over there by yourself, I will let you be over there by yourself. You may not realize what that actually means, but I'm going to let you. And that's what starts to irritate this person. It's like, what do you mean you're not going to fight me on this? But I really like the fight. That's what I'm here for. So this person starts to rethink their strategy. Did I mention that this is the Pause Tarot? It's super cute. And it's from Peggy. Isn't she the best, you guys? And we've already seen the devil twice, so we may see Peggy's favorite card. Ooh, what are you? So we've got Nine of Cups in the reverse and the King of Swords. Interesting, because we did have both of those cards come out from the Pulp Tarot at the beginning. Pretty validating in terms of this is somebody who thinks about what they want and not so much what other people want. They might be overly analytical or just think about the numbers. They might struggle to understand why everyone gets so emotional over things. But this is an attempt to hide who they really are. And I feel like it's starting to struggle. It's becoming more difficult for them to hide who they are or what they really want. The anger is not necessarily as authentic as it used to be. They might find that they're less angry. And I don't know. How do we explain that? That's just like, you get so used to, okay, this is my example and I'm sticking with it. There was one time where I quit working for one company and started working for another, and I had to answer the phone for both of these companies. And it was really hard for me to stop using the script that I had been using for, I don't know, 6 years at the previous place, because it was 6 years. I got really used to saying what I was saying, right? And there was one time where I answered the phone at my new job and I just blurted out the old job and I was like, just kidding. That is not at all where I am. Here's where I really am. So this is somebody who has tried to draw upon that anger or that rage and leverage that as their power. And they're finding they don't really have as much of that, particularly with this person who has been always kind or has not really played their games back with them, right? Not really engaged in that way. Oh, I thought it was the devil card. That's fair. That's a pretty good one too. So we have an acknowledgement that my decision to be argumentative or difficult or be a curmudgeon is actually why I'm kind of frustrated or irritated. So maybe I just need to accept that I'm stuck in this like vicious cycle of being angry because I am angry at people that don't deserve to be angry. Oh, what? Never really thought about it that way. So it's like they realize maybe I just need to stop being so difficult to talk to. Maybe I need to stop feeling like my fears and my insecurities are other people's faults. It's like an acknowledgement that they can change their mindset. And with the tower and the reverse, with the tower in the reverse, this is like someone hoping that they can avoid losing this connection. Again, be it platonic, a family connection, or a love connection. This is someone who is now obsessed. There it is. They're now very focused on what can I do to make this right? Because I know I was the problem. So this is somebody who may apologize and you would not expect them to apologize to you, at least not in this way. Maybe like a quick, like, I'm sorry, and then like kick at the ground, like, all right. This is the Gilded Reverie. Hello, Miss G. Oh, Lord. We've got the Rider, Rider, which is number 1. So if you were always the one to initiate the conversation with this person, or you were always the one to go visit them, they're going to be the one that shows the effort this time. They're going to initiate or they're going to seek you out. In many cases, this is somebody who's going to want an in-person conversation. They may try to find a particular time. I don't think they're going to be disrespectful and just show up. For some of you, they might. but they're very interested in going the extra mile to create a sense of connection between the two of you after, I think, kind of actively trying to make sure it didn't happen. Yeah, this person could literally be determining the route they need to drive. They could be buying a plane ticket. They could be buying a bus ticket. They could be getting an oil change so they could come drive to wherever you live. But this is someone who knows they have to make the effort. They can't rely on you to go out of your way. I don't think you're interested in doing that anymore. This person is going to admit that they've been very focused on the things that they want, and they've been willing to discard what is important to others. So that's what the apology is really going to be, is I'm sorry that the only thing I really thought about was what I wanted. All right, this is the Overthinker's Oracle. All right, what else do we have? I don't even know how many cards this is, but it's a lot. All right, so we have the complicated card. I think we probably could have already said that this was a complicated, because this is someone doing like a 180. They're not committed anymore to being the jerk. They're trying to manifest a second chance, plotting and scheming. I love that this came out with the manifestor card. They're going to get you to love you or love them again. That is their goal, their mission, their focus right now. Plotting and scheming. Some of you are just not interested. There is a difficult to describe or understand connection between the two of you because of a past life. But I do think you and probably other people, perhaps even this King of Wands, think you deserve better. Because, I mean, this person hasn't really treated you very well. So if they're really being honest, they will say you deserve more, and that'll be part of their apology. Everything you said was true. I just never admitted it. So they probably leveraged anger as a way to like distract from things that you were talking about that were actually quite fair. If you were asking for better treatment or calling out things that they were doing that was not deserved, they might have overreacted or found a way to kind of discourage you from doing that in the future, which I would describe as manipulation. We do have codependency. This could be codependent relationships are like their cup of tea, or they do have some codependency on a substance. I wish I could go back in time. I would have treated you better. All right. I love you all. I don't know who resonates with this King of Wands, but I'm just going to say at this point, I would say that's a really nice thing to say, but I don't know if I believe that's true. You have to actually go through this meaningful transition and understand what's going on before you can really change how someone's going to be treated, right? So this King of Wands has to ask themselves, how much healing is it that really needs to take place before I could have a non-toxic connection with someone? If we have jealousy and envy coming out, there's still some things this person needs to work on. So they might be kind of rushing things, or they may approach this conversation in a way that seems still kind of immature to you. But they're going to very clearly state that they regret how they treated you, and they knew that they were playing games and you didn't deserve that. I refuse to let you be the one who got away. And it came out with the marriage proposal card, wanting to propose marriage. So this is where your discernment is super important, because for some of you, this person has acknowledged or will acknowledge what they need to change, and then they are working on that as well, or they have been working on that. Others of you are going to get a big song and dance. This is what I'm going to do. This is what you need to hear. Can I, have your hand in marriage, or can we be together? Can I move in with you? Something serious like that. But they aren't really going to deliver on those changes. So you have to use that discernment to see, is this person, are they going through a spiritual awakening? I wish it was like taped to my forehead and I had to guess. They have to actually be going through that. If this is somebody who's resisting this process, then you might get frustrated and get pulled back into some kind of frustrating karmic cycle. But if they're actually trying to become a better person and they can demonstrate that, then that's on you. It's free will, right? Hello, Darnell. How are you doing? All right. We're going to get a few from the Spiritual AF deck, and then we'll call it a day. All right. What else do we have? Manifest the F out of your dreams. Believe it, and you can make it happen. What's the best that could happen? I love that those two came out together. So some of you just really need to refocus your energy. Instead of thinking about things that didn't go well in the past, focus on what you want to go well in the future. For some of you, that is part of what enables. Oh, come on. I might ruin my card now. That is part of what enables this King of Wands to address what has been holding them back. For others of you, this is what helps you manifest in a new connection. Just depends on where you're at and where they are at. Hello, Mona. Yeah, if they're going to be that difficult, then why not just move on? So we've got know the difference between shame and guilt. You are not required to set yourself on fire to keep other people warm. I kind of want to frame that one. There are a lot of people that get demanding, ask a lot or expect a lot. And this King of Wands is one of them. And they're being given this opportunity to rise above. They're given the opportunity to become a better version of themselves. And some of them are indeed working on that and genuine about that. Some of them don't really seem to get it. So again, discernment. It's really important. I just want to grab a few from the situations deck, and then we call it a day. All right, what last pieces of advice do we have for this situation? Escapade, vacation, hideaway, adventure. Tuned in, internet, connected. Triggers, name, car, and place. So this is, I don't think I can just pretend that everything's fine anymore, especially if I look at your social media or if I have some way of getting news about what's going on with you. I think the King of Wands is like they're planning some sort of escape or some sort of vacation, some sort of trip, because they do feel like they have to say or do something soon or they're going to lose their opportunity. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I wish everyone luck, but you got to be ready for that, All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you on the next reading. Hi, Tiana. I'll see you on the next one. Toodles.